pretty... There it is. Oh, and we are starting. So let's see if there's anything to start us off. TGH is going to Houlihan. He always does in Keysanity. Records is 2-0 for the top and 1-1 for the bottom. The matches are left versus right. TGH is not doing... Never mind. Maybe he doesn't do Houlihan. I don't know. I know he always starts at St. Troy, though. He's a firm believer of the St. Troy start. I know Acmlm prefers this guaranteed bomb route here. You're pretty much just hoping for 2 bombs. Sometimes you'll just go for 1. Some people will farm bombs. He's just going for the what?
Yeah, TGH is going to do this north route up here. Probably check Lumberjack. He's counting on being able to do Link's Uncle along with Hyrule Castle later on, most likely.
Yep. And nothing found yet for either route. No routes found anything as of yet. That's kind of a interesting way to go about it. There is something to be said about these routes when nothing kind of shows up. Because a lot of times you use this beginning part to kind of think about where you want to go, what route you want to take, etc. TGH did have a timer, but I think he forgot to start it. So it's gotta go bye-bye now. Ooh, 2 times he's just a boss has not gone bombs. There it is. It's a 50-50 chance for each of these bushes to have a bomb. I am actually ballsy. I like the one where you get all your bombs from there. You don't farm the bombs where Acmlm is. I get 4 bombs exactly every time.
Yeah, so far this has been pretty dry.
Yeah, TGH is going to have to go all the way down here to find... But he doesn't even have the money for bombs. That's actually really bad. So on the very small chance that you do not get money and bombs, you have to double check a lot of these spots. So TGH is losing time on this route. Basically, the point of the northern route is that you can check both the crabs, which is very good information for the whole seed if they drop. The
bombs, he hasn't checked that.
Yeah, and then obviously you check the forest, but no bombs. There's some money. So we're good, it looks like. But still no progression. In fact, we now know everything in Kakariko. There's no progression here.
Yeah, empty Kakariko is pretty rare.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here. That probably means that every runner, if they can, should be buying bombs to do Hyrule Castle, because at this point there's no guarantee that they will have a weapon for Hyrule.
Yeah, pretty much no matter where they go, unless they decide to go to Eastern first, they're going to need bombs for doing damage.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody decides Eastern purely on the lack of weaponry. It is the only place you can do without it. Now, without a sword or a hammer or something, it's hard to navigate that dark room. Because if you can't kill the guys in there, you can get knocked around. It's hard to tell exactly where you are after being damaged. So, with the money they have, though, Houlihan is a good idea. There is 300 rupees, it looks like, and a little bit more. So. Yeah, we got a bottle merchant check, and it was a bid 20. Acmlm is one of those people who do not check Lumberjack Cave, which made sense because
nothing, and he can always check it later when he's got boots.
Yeah, exactly. Until you have boots and 2 castle tower keys, it's not in play. And it's not like other things where it's, oh well, when I get this one item, when I get flippers, it'll be good to know that this is here or this is here, or when I get mirror that this is here.
And looks like ACM's going to make that play over to Eastern.
Yeah, I think that's the smartest play. If he gets a weapon, it makes Moldorm easier. But there is not much, and this isn't standard or open. We're not going to see Acmlm right away, right? So unless we find those 2 keys, have we even found we found a key to Turtle Rock?
Yeah, looks like TR and Ice Palace. We've got small keys.
That was weird. That's weird.
It's like all they've been getting is hearts and money. Oh, and there's the hammer.
Yeah, there it is.
Something.
Something. Now, funny enough, that by itself, as your first item, unlocks nothing.
Yeah, lets them do damage. You can do high roll cast a lot easier, and that's about it.
There's actually nothing that hammer unlocks by itself in non-entrance. There are some things that it can open up in entrance, I think, because of bosses. In an entrance non-Keysanity, the hammer can open up Lamolus, and that's about it. Oh no, even then you need the...
So Eastern's usually has to get double dipped anyway.
Yeah,
so,
especially in Keysanity.
Yeah, there's no reason not to do it early.
Oh, and there's the gloves, yeah.
Or 2/3 of the way to Dark World access.
Yeah,
just like
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised. I expect Moon Pearl and Sphere Zero. This is gonna be somewhat quick Dark World. Nope, that's not Dark World access. We have access to no Dark World items with that. Actually, Ravis, that's not true, because Hyrule Castle Basement is open. It's part of Sphere Zero. Is always open because you can kill those guards with less than 10 bombs. So yeah, again, I was mainly specifically talking about it's specifically opening up an item.
Hesjustaboy probably going to do all of South Hyrule here. Also, we'll see it's in Mini Moldorm Cave. There's a Bombos in the flooded area that may come into play as an entrance requirement and even may give them ice access later on.
Yeah, this is a again, this is a very odd season. Moon Pearl will open up quite a bit.
He's just always got to be a little careful. He's starting to run out of bombs. Oh, fortunately, he gets a drop.
And Acmlm currently in a dark room. The skeleton one. Trying to find that key. Kills a zombie. I wonder, is he going for that bomb? Nope, he is not. That makes sense.
Hesjustaboy got a little trolled there. It looked like it blew up on the Mini Moldorm and didn't kill it, but he's able to get a double with his last bomb. Very nice.
That's good. But with 0 bombs, you will have to go find some more. I like SirBeaterOfArse to get going to land to get more money. Oh, there's the Moon Pearl.
That's nice.
So, an interesting little thing that could be done if Acmlm comes back here for the Moon Pearl. I don't know how I didn't see that on TGH's. There's so much going on.
I hope Hesjustaboy isn't going to Ice Rod Cave because he's not going to be able to get in without a bomb.
Yeah. Hopefully just gonna fate flip somewhere.
That's possible. Yep. Nope.
Yep.
He's faking us out.
Maybe does he not?
He may have realized. And
Yeah, he's just trying. Yeah, he's just got a weird setup for this. Okay, that made sense. Oh, was there something in?
Oh, there's Hookshot in the back of Escape.
Ooh, let's see, it's heating up.
So yeah, ACM working his way down to South Hyrule, so he'll pick up his Moon Pearl. We'll see what he decides to do with it. Hesjustaboy is going to take our first dip up into Zora Domain. Fortunately, I don't think he's got the money to do...
Oh, no, yeah. No, he doesn't, so I guess he's just got to check it. Now, losing that Fate Flip there, I think he was going to Sequence Break.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I couldn't tell what that was.
That was a small key.
Yes, Orange Nova, all runners will be using the exact same seed for this run. So I wonder if Acmlm will have... He's going to have the choice here to go to walk to Dark World. I doubt he'll do it because he's got bombs, so he'll probably do Ice Rod, if not Zora, when he finds his Moon Pearl. But he's going to save time and bombs because he's got the hook shot.
Yeah, he's just short of Zora money, so we'll see what he decides to do with that in mind. Hesjustaboy is deciding that he's got to farm bombs, so he does that 50-50 bomb spot again, and he's probably going to go up and farm bombs in Kakariko. Yeah, and ACM's going to be thorough here and check Ice Rod Cave.
No reason not to. There was the option to go straight to Dark World and just walk there, but it's fine enough to do this. That would be more of a risk than anything, just hoping that Ice Rod Cave has nothing.
Yeah, and Keysanity, it could be that crucial key that you need. There's a lot more trolley items here.
Also, Acmlm is going to feel real good about that hook shot being where it was. Behind a dark room, in the same dungeon as the gloves, in the same area as the hammer. So, if his opponent, for whatever reason, just doesn't do that dark room, that would be unfortunate. But obviously he will. These runners know this game like the back of their hand, a lot of them.
Yeah, this first Dark Room in Eastern can be done with sound cues fairly easily, as long as they have enough hearts to survive the beating they might take. Yeah, and this is our first Hype Cave check.
Okay, and the sword, so that's already hype. And a key to Thieves' Town, that's actually a good key. A bottle.
Nice Hype Cave.
Yeah, that's a V18 cave right there. And on that there, don't be the cave.
I think ACM's going right for pod.
Or probably more likely just checking these out of the way spots here. He has the hook shot, so he can actually go to Catfish, double back maybe.
Yeah, he might just Dark World this way. That'd be kind of strange, I think, but we'll see what he does.
If he goes to Catfish and finds the mirror, though, I'd walk right back down, go to those mirror checks. I wonder what's going to be on here. If it's the bow, that'll be cool. The bow would give him a few chests of pod, and that would make pod a bit more tight teeth.
Another thing they have the option of doing is just sequence breaking up to Death Mountain via the Light World. They have access to the entire east side. Yeah, ACM's going to get Catfish out of the way so he doesn't have to worry about it later on.
Well, Acmlm isn't the kind of runner who's going to be affected by his last races. He's the kind of runner who's just very thorough. This is always kind of how he plays. In fact, he actually did a live marathon run of Randomizer versus Elminster, who is another runner in this tournament. Very, very good LTTP runner as well. It was at No Reset, I want to say is the marathon name. It's a live marathon in Quebec.
Yeah, there's a I think ACM's only done the backside of Escape, and I think TGH is actually going to do Hyrule Castle for us.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, interesting though, logic thing is that until you have the Hyrule Castle key, none of this is in like progression. It's a little silly, thin, but that doesn't really matter. It's just funny because the randomizer programs for worst case scenario. So Zelda's chest, Zelda's cell chest, and the back of Escape chest need the key for some reason.
And ACM getting his sick kid check out of the way. Yeah, so while Hype Gate was good for ACM, it hasn't really given him anything in progression immediately. So he's still looking for that. Probably might dip into Skullwoods or Thieves Town, or see what he does. Hesjustaboy probably also going to follow TGH into Hyrule Castle here. Looks like he's going right up to Skull Woods. And Hyrule Castle had nothing. Just going to Death Warp out and likely sequence break into that Dark Cross chest in deeper into Hyrule Castle. ACM already getting red mail. So they shouldn't have any problem surviving a lot of this seed. SirBeater looks like he's going to be going down a back of Escape to get his hook shot.
Man, Compass is like, or actually part of the reason I don't like Keysanity as much. Finding them, it's like, this item isn't even 20 rupees.
It's the worst. And that was Cape in the Dark Cross in Hyrule Castle. So we'll see if that yields fruit when he checks Bumper Cave.
That's actually a very interesting thing to find. Especially with that hook shot, because he could almost route that in if he wanted to.
It looks like ACM's got Ice Rod, so that's one nice thing to get out of the way if Turtle Rock is required. It's an unfortunate go mode item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that one can be literally anywhere, except for on Trinex or in GT if Trinex is a crystal. Which, thanks to Keysanity, we have no idea where those are. Oh, nope, nothing. Oh, wait, no, I didn't see it. ACMLM doesn't have the cape to have completed. Did you see what was on the cape?
I missed it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a large heart. Big heart container.
Well, that's not worth it. Well, that's unfortunate. That means I don't think Hyrule Castle had anything in it.
Out in the back, and there's Kane of Samaria in the sea house.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's nice but useless right now.
Yeah, well, it's almost not. We're getting close. We just need one more item to make that useful.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they got a flute and another lift upgrade here.
Yeah, or the lamp even. At some point, you just got to walk up that mountain.
Yeah.
Actually, at some point, you just walk up that mountain when you have everything to check Turtle Rock. And there's too much value up there to think about logic sometimes.
I'm a little bit surprised no one decided to sequence break up to Death Mountain with that glove and the hook shot.
Well, yes and no. I think that if you can't do the dungeons up there and you're just checking those spots and you don't have the lamp, if you don't find the lamp forever, you never know. You might like almost hit.
I believe SirBeater is making our first Zora check, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's a good old big 20. And converting your money from Hyrulean dollars to Zora dollars is not so great.
It usually never is. So I'm guessing TGH is going to enter his West Dark World checks here. After he...
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Well, we won't know for a few seconds. So we're gonna try that. Hey, this is Elness. Fantastic. Gloin. Oh shoot, Gloin. Control R. Okay, so now we're back. We have the mirror, which means that we're one item away from my favorite dungeon, Swamp Palace. Okay, Gloin? Buddy? Uh-oh. Okay, rip Gloin. So here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna
Hello?
Hey! So while we were figuring all this out, we seem to have found red mail, mirror, although I missed where it was.
It was in Paradox Cave.
Nice. Okay, so that was a really wow. Death
Yeah,
Mountain.
I said a lot of really interesting, groundbreaking things.
Me too.
Meaning of life, things like that. Sorry, no one heard it. I can't repeat it. But since ACM did the useless Hyrule Castle, it's given TGH a chance to catch up.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that TGH has done extra.
I think ACM's going to make the sequence break that SirBeater has already made. Where are the keys? That's what I want to know.
That is a good question. We actually, yeah, we don't have many keys. We don't have many. We still pretty much lacking in progression. Somebody pointed out progression could be in the first chest in Aegis Tower. That's always annoying. Third sword from Old Man.
Yeah, I know he got it with a sequence break, but I'm wondering if the correct play is that first chest in Swamp? Because that's really the only thing that's opened up with this mirror and flippers.
The second sword wasn't sequence broken. So
I don't. Yeah, right, correct.
Yeah, so there are two swords in Logit. So there are a few one-off spots. There's Pod, yeah, somebody pointing out Pod. You could go there. With only one key though, that's an unfortunate place to check. ACMLM is going to actually most runners will avoid until they have the bow, so that they can complete it in 4 keys. Although that is not always possible.
Yeah, I'm wondering where that lamp is. It's probably accessible somewhere since there was so much value on Death Mountain.
Well, it has to be. Yeah, it has.
I guess it could be the lamp or the flute.
It can't be lost by the hood shot though, because the hood shot was behind darkness. So it's probably Agnes Cave, actually.
Hook shot was back of Escape.
Oh, right. Okay. Then yeah. Okay, it can be pretty much anywhere then.
Yeah, and TGH is gonna follow ACM up to Death Mountain here.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of doing the sequence broken old man, which they are getting a benefit from it. The sword, at the very least, plus a bunch of other value, but the sword is a big deal. Somebody did fake flip to Hobo, for sure. So now we have the mirror as well. Compass to Eastern. So ACMLM TGH is shaping up. SirBeaterOfArse, and he's just a boy. Man, there's just not that much in this seed.
Yeah, I think the plays we're waiting for is Pod Gamble or a Swamp. And those are both really hard plays to make with the number of keys that they have right now. I think this is the first map check. Meyer is a bonus crystal.
Hello, everyone. Seems that Discord is having major issues right now. That's unfortunate.
You can still hear me, right?
I can hear you now.
Excellent. So ACM and TGH both doing the route that SirBeater has already done, and SirBeater doing the route that they've already done. And he's just a boy also right behind. So they're kind of just retracing each other's steps right now. We'll see who makes the first novel play into what I think is either going to be Pod or Swamp. So with ACM kind of in the lead here, we'll see what he decides to do.
Two pod keys is better than one. That's the only thing that TGH really has over ACMLM. I guess the K. No, yeah, that's about it. This is not the best. There's a big key on the floating island. That's an interesting thing. We do still need the big gloves.
I think TGH was the only one to do Catfish, which is where a pod key was. You see. It's a nice to have key to Desert Palace, but that's not going to open anything for him right now. Oh, did ACM skip race game? Maybe that, maybe chat bailing me out there. And he might be picking that up right now. Would be a good time to do that when he's in this area over here.
Yeah, just mirror back to the start of the game, because you, just for people who don't know, if you attempt to go to like the end of the race game, he'll just yell at you for cheating if you mirror to his spot. In the main game, even he does exclaim about you using like trickery.
Yeah.
So it's even in vanilla. He just
Yeah, and chat's pointing out ACM skipped Spiral Cave, which held the flippers.
Oh,
yeah,
that's bad.
He can fake flipper to ice, but you can't fake flipper swamp. And Spiral Cave is a pretty out of the way location that he might not get back to for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, he will be back to that part of the game, so...
Yeah, we'll see if he checks it when he does Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even in logic, so it's not the biggest deal.
Right. That's probably why he skipped it. He was thinking he's up there, he got the mirror, he's already sequence breaking. Why waste time walking all the way through Spiral Cave?
Mm-hmm.
That's our first bomb vendor check, and that adds Hera to our list of bonus crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making the pod play. I think this is the right play. Hesjustaboy had run out of bombs earlier, so I wasn't able to check Ice Rod Cave, so he's cleaning that up now. And TGH cleaning up his Zoro domain. So let's see what ACM finds in pod. I'm thinking there's got to be progression in here.
Oh, is that small key? Or is that the big key?
Big key to Swamp Palace.
Oh, okay. I was like, I saw Swamp Palace, but I didn't actually catch the key.
Currently useless.
Yeah, I was looking at SirBeaterOfArse, and I was like, Swamp Palace? And the small... Oh! Speaking of the small key to Swamp Palace, though. Oh!
Yeah, it's indicating that's where they need to go. It's definitely better to have the small key to Swamp instead of the big key.
I'll trade for the big key to Thieves Town, though. That's not a bad one.
Yep, that'll open up the rest of Thieves Town to ACM.
Actually, the whole thing, because they already have the small key.
Oh, yep.
Oh, and then we have some more crystals. That was a Mire crystal that we already knew, but Swamp and Turtle Rock as well. So we know Swamp, Turtle Rock, Hera, Mire.
Wow, big key to Swamp. Desert for ACM. So is that 3 big keys in pod?
Yeah.
Palace of big keys.
Yeah. Keys in the back and the front today. Oh, and invisible. That's unfortunate because keys... Oh, I guess it would have popped up a message, so I have no idea what those are. And he's not checking. One of those can be the gloves, by the way. The Titan's mitts.
And TGH is making the swamp play.
Yeah, swamp play makes 100% sense. Because again, I'm gonna put it out there right now. The lamp is at Adina Cave, almost 100%.
I don't think that's trolly enough.
Oh, nope, there's the gloves, so we know it's not the gloves there, and that is huge, so Titan's mitts. Oh no, TGH is making all the right choices right now. That is unfortunate for ACMLM.
Yeah, he's likely to go do the rest of Thieves Town before he ever gets up to
Yeah. Oh, and
Zora's
he's
Ledge.
and this is actually very bad for ACMLM because the whole reason that he'd ever go back to Spiral for those flippers is if he finds the Titan's mitts.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that is unless he finds the Herabid key. That's the only other thing that would send him back up the mountain.
It's interesting because this is all sequence broken progress that TGH is making, but it's the right progress.
It's only so it's sequence broken, but it's not like sequence breaking the flippers, which entirely. Like you'll see it in entrance. Entrance runners very much know the pain of never finding the lamp. Now, yeah, at the blocker making a good point without the like the hardest and longest dungeons. So not having that means that ACM is going to do some stuff that might be required anyway. So this might not be over, but it's pretty bad just for what I predict ACM's routing decisions are based on.
Yeah, Flippers and Titans both lock off quite a few locations, so he won't be in too bad a shape.
ACM also can't get to Desert at the moment, so that Desert bid key, not the biggest deal. He would need the Titan's mitts and hammer, or sorry, Titan's mitts and flute, or the book.
Yeah, hopefully he finds something in the back here, like lamp or flute, that will kind of make everything fit together for him.
Right.
I'm interested to see what TGH will do when he gets out of Swamp Palace now that he's got those Titan's mitts, because he's got access to quite a few locations.
Wooly, and Pod is a bunch of bid keys, so that means, and they weren't bid keys that lock a lot. Like it'll be interesting what's in Thieves Town. That's going to be a big tell. Yeah. If this is how linear this seed is, because this seed could be logically very linear, but it's a very cool seed so far. They're seeing a lot going on, and Hesjustaboy also doing the play on Swamp. Oh, sorry, no, that's not Golden Sword. I'm silly.
That's a fire rod in Thieves Town.
Wow, okay, that's another dungeon unlocked for him. I wonder when TGH will end up going, because he has access to a lot with those Titans. So it'll be interesting to see if he goes to Pod or not.
It's likely he's waiting for some more Pod keys, so he might put this off for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if TGH and ACM take two completely different routes and eventually sync up somewhere.
Yeah, I actually expect this to be... With that fire rod's actually good for ACM, since Skullwoods is a crystal. If Thieves Town is a crystal, this is not actually as bad as it seems. If this is required anyway to do, this is totally fine. There is still hope.
And there's the flute.
There's a lot of hope still left here. So that's and he can't do Desert without going to Swamp. So
right.
Herabid key. He needs to find Herabid key here or in the back half of Skullwoods. That would then send him back up, allow him to do Spiral Cave. That would actually sync him up, possibly put him ahead of TGH. SirBeaterOfArse is going to get his Swampy. So the only runner is ACMLM, who won't. He's going to be taking a very different path from everyone else.
Yeah, they're kind of avoiding Pod because of the key situation. But it looks like this is going to pay off for ACM. It's just really when he gets back up to Spiral Cave that's going to dictate how far ahead he actually is.
So Skullwood's keys are actually entirely useless, except for to tell you kind of like you can glean a lot by what's in Skullwoods, because of how the game. If you know a lot about the logic of the game, you can kind of sense a lot. Oh, what was that? Small key to castle tower. Interesting.
Ooh, it's just a pendant.
Oh,
that's not really a killer. They got to do the back of Thieves Town anyway, so
yes.
Likely everyone's gonna end up killing blind.
Unless somebody is in Thieves Town and in Go. Or approach in Go mode. Like, they could end up in Go mode in Thieves Town, so they might abandon it. But they also might not know if Thieves Town's crystal. That happens a lot, actually.
So the only other value that TGH was able to find was a TR small key.
Pretty valuable, I'd say.
Yeah, he's got access to TR. Be interesting to see what he does here.
Mm-hmm.
And he might be going right for it. This is a little interesting to me because he should know that this is still a sequence break.
Oh yeah, is that where? So is TGH gonna check? Because with 2 keys, you can go.
I think he's gonna go do Dark Death Mountain, and he's probably gonna go into Turtle Rock if he can get in. I don't think we've gotten a medallion check.
That's gonna be unfortunate because he doesn't have the fire rod that ACM's gonna have.
Right.
This is very interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see where he's just appointed SirBeaterOfArse goes.
Be ice, but I don't know.
Oh, ice is a good play for TGH. Yeah, I would have been good too. But with no ice bid key,
yeah,
that means that not much of it is in logic. So it's a good idea to kind of read your keys. At least some of the stuff here is in logic. We'll just see how much. And yeah, correct medallion. We actually didn't know this, but you didn't kind of glean like if you have access to a bunch of items in a place and you have some medallions, usually you have the right medallion. Those are the seeds that kind of go off the rails. When you go up there, you have 2 out of 3 medallions. You're confident. I'm gonna do this time. Oh, happens a lot in open. You go up there with full confidence. You're almost in go mode, and you go, maybe I shouldn't have skipped left side swamp now.
Yeah, so he's gonna check the Death Mountain stuff, so it's probably a good idea. I might find Fire Rod, which we know he won't, but
right.
There's the IP big key. So actually, not going to Ice Palace will pay off a little bit for him because now when he goes there, he can full clear it.
There's a key up here too. So there is a chance that he's just doing this because it's such a high density of items. Hey, why not? He might have no intention of entering Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah,
even though he opened it.
If he finds a small key, he might go in, but
yeah,
see what he decides to do. And so far, I'm not finding anything in Skullwoods.
With it being a crystal, maybe not.
He's got to do it anyway.
I actually can't read what key that was. Did you catch it? For TGH?
Yeah.
Misery Mire, thank you, Nimbat. That's why we have trackers. I was reading the text and it didn't, like, it was too white. It was white on white, and my brain just didn't read it.
So ACM doing some fake flippering. It's not going to allow him to get to that Zora ledge. Maybe he's just checking Zora. I'm not sure. I don't remember what he did in the early game in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't do any of this.
Yeah, ACMLM did a lot of stipping. And he still is, because he still has those slippers, and you need those slippers for the worth here.
And TGH is making the TR play.
Interesting. So this is basically asking to double dip this place because he doesn't have Fire Rod. TGH, you don't have Fire Rod. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, poor friend. Poor friend. Oh no, he went on the thin.
I just realized.
Oh no, TGH.
He just wanted to go for a ride.
Poor Tej.
Yeah, he's just a boy kind of following the same route TGH is. We'll see if he decides to go into Turtle Rock as well. And ACM just kind of dancing around that small key that he needs because he doesn't have the real flippers. I wonder if he's going up to Spiral right now, actually. I'm not sure what else he would be doing up here. Yeah, ACM looks like he's going to make probably a Spike Cave check. Yep, it's going to be a Spike Cave check.
I think the worst part about not having Fire Rod here is not that you can't check everything. It's actually that it's actually that you can't kill those Pokies with a Fire Rod.
Yeah, fortunately they have Tempered Sword, so it's not as bad.
Oh, and TGH breaking logic too. I just realized that doesn't go for the TR. Oh my goodness! Did ACMLM just back up with? Okay, he's saving quit there.
Big key, so he's likely going to go finish Tower of Hera.
And then hopefully go to Spiral.
Yeah, that's the hope for him. If he doesn't check it now, there's not really a better time to do it.
Right. And that actually won't put him too far behind. With that Fire Rod, he'll go to Swamp. He'll go grab the key. He'll go to Swamp. He'll go to Turtle Rock and make one dip.
I think TGH found it was either the map or the compass to Turtle Rock, I think.
Yeah.
But for a second there, I thought it was it was a small key to Turtle Rock, and he decided to leave.
Okay. Well, it wasn't much. You can't check anything else without the big key. That's as far as you can go.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. This ain't Swamp Palace. We need a big key to go a bit farther.
Yeah.
We ain't in no Southern Hyrule.
I wish every dungeon was like Ice Palace and Swamp.
Well, technically, Ice Palace, you do need a bid key to beat. Technically.
And he is making the Ice Palace play. I'm hoping for TGH's sake that he finds some pod small keys in here to kind of lead him over there.
You know what? That Turtle Rock play was completely useless. He didn't give him anything.
That's correct.
Ooh, that's actually a huge time loss. ACMLM not out of this. Like it looked like that initial find. Then we got a little excited when we found that.
And I think SirBeater went right from Swamp to Ice, and he skipped Death Mountain completely.
Good play, man. Good play.
Yeah,
no Fire Rod though, so these guys are bombosing their way through. Little do they know there's a Fire Rod just in reach, just to the north.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make that pod play though before they can get it.
Another good thing about pod is ACMLM does have the Golden Sword. It's not the biggest time save, but with it just being on the path to something required, it's actually a very good thing. Like it's not the most useful item compared to Tempered, but it does make a difference if you find it on the path in Randomizer.
So Hera only yields a crystal, nothing else of value. in Spiral Cave behind, which he needs to get the Swamp Palace small key in order to get those Titans mitts. So that's unfortunate for him.
At Dina's cave, I called it like 40 minutes ago. It's gonna be the lamp.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it has to be.
No, that flute was in logic and put everything else in logic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was way out of the way. It was way out of the way, so it was terrible.
Wait, where was it exactly? It was in Pod, right?
Flute was in Thieves Town.
Oh, right.
They got the Thieves Town big key in Pod. So the logic wanted them to dip Pod with only 2 small keys. That was required.
Well, yeah, the lamp can officially be like everywhere. Huh.
He's probably getting frustrated here. And there's a fetch quest for TGH, picking shrooms in Ice Palace. It'll be interesting to see how fast he checks that without the flute. Probably not on the top of his list. I think Hesjustaboy is about to make the same mistake that I did and try to continue in Turtle Rock without the big key. I think this is ACM making a bumper cave play. He might be going over to Graveyard Ledge. I don't believe he's done that yet as well. Oh, so Hesjustaboy actually got that key and was going to go back to the vanilla big key spot. But he's got a fairy. So he's going to check that... He's going to use one of his keys to open that vanilla big key chest. SirBeater about to pick up his shroom.
I exclaimed!
That's the trolliest location. That's the trolliest location, I think.
Oh my gosh! I exclaimed sorry, but I was muted. Holy crap! I think Distort, because I couldn't hear you either. I actually think Distort might have muted us during that moment.
Are we live now?
Yeah. I think we're live now.
All the hype.
Oh, the hype overloaded the server.
So TGH could have done that, but he decided not to go back.
That's insane.
ACM might be going back for, and there's the pod big key deeper into TR. I think ACM's finally going back to Spiral Cave.
Oh no. This is... Wow, he's just a boy.
Yeah, what a play. Unfortunately, he does not have Fire Rod to finish this dungeon. But if there's value on Laser Bridge, he'll at least kind of be vindicated there.
Mm-hmm.
TGH is probably about to crush Cold Stare in a matter of seconds. A little problem, but nothing too bad.
Anson with a pot on his head. Has he been playing Wind Waker? Watch too much of the pot, girl.
So we'll see what Hesjustaboy finds on Laser Bridge. This is our first trip in here. Just gonna use the safety door just in case with this half heart. So Ice Palace only yielded a mushroom, I believe. So that's interesting.
Oh, and another small T to dart to the palace. Yeah, doing this without a cape or boots.
No boots, no cape, no cane of Burna, no riot shield. This is the worst.
Yeah, this is actually difficult.
There is a timing where you can just walk through, but it's very specific.
He's also about to die, but he got a small T Misery Mire, which is useless. So
yeah, he did
this.
He's
dead, but that's okay.
I've died in here, I think, 4 times before. So. I think TGH is doing the blacksmith route. Half magic on Laser Bridge, that's nice. And just before he can get the last chest on Laser Bridge before leaving, he is going to take another death. Oh yes, TGH got bow in Ice Palace. That's important. I said only mushroom was important. I lied. So maybe that will be the breadcrumb that leads him into pod finally.
Yeah, the bow is a big deal. Oh, I wonder if he'll fake powder here. Will he? Well, or will he? That's the question.
I think ACM's making... Is this the first trip into Egg Tower?
Yes, this is. Imagine going to Adnam's Tower before Spiral Cave.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the last place he checks, which is unfortunate for him.
Imagine doing Dark Adnam.
So TGH does do the sequence break here with the mushroom and gets a pod small key. So TGH, please go to pod. All the signals are there. Hesjustaboy is making his Ice Palace play to pick up mushroom and bow. SirBeater did Ice Palace, but he didn't have the Ice Palace big key. So he did not get the bow. That's gonna troll him, for sure. So TGH is finishing up his blacksmith route here. And I'm hoping he goes to pod after this, and that will kind of lead him on the same path that ACM has gone on to get Fire Rod and Flute.
Right.
ACM's still scrambling to figure out where his next progression is. We know... And Penguin Rhythm in chat remarks that we still don't have a lamp over an hour in.
Sounds crazy, but I mean, I've seen entire races without the lamp, so... Oh, small key to Desert Palace. Then big key to Desert Palace was also in pod, so...
That's correct.
That's some good routing for Tej.
I think ACM picked up an extra small...
Hey!
Hey.
There we go. Yep, he did pick up an extra small key.
key in here.
Okay.
I'm not sure what TGH is doing. Okay, he's gonna walk all the way over to this Dark World portal over at Flute Location 5, but he doesn't have the flute yet, so he's gonna have to walk. I think this is the first time we've seen that Pod is a pendant. And ACM appears to be befuddled.
Yeah.
Know when they are just staring at a map that
he doesn't.
They forgot.
Oh, I was hoping that he was just like delaying it, and at some point just was like, "Hey, you know, I've delayed it."
You hate to see this.
Oh, that's a spot. There was one of the.
The Ice Palace big key, so he's going to get an advantage that SirBeater does not have in finding that bow while he's in here.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that Thieves Town, that he is going in the right place. Pod is good.
Yes. Pod's going to unlock everything for TGH. He's going to be able to get the Thieves Town big key. He'll follow that up with Flute and Fire Rod in Thieves Town, and that's going to unlock Mire and Desert and Skull Woods. So TGH he has no problems for routing for most of the rest of this game. He's just a fully clear Ice Palace, but he did not have the Ice Palace big key. So he's going to have to eventually come back here and get that bow.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, I think our new strategy as commentators is just to occasionally disconnect and reconnect, just to make sure. But we'll make it through. We're in better shape than ACM is. Fortunately for him.
Yeah. This is unfortunate. Luckily, on the bottom screen, we do actually have a great race. He's just seems confused a little bit
because
he hasn't gone to Pod. Because he hasn't gone to Pod yet. So
yeah, with TGH is leading on top because ACM hasn't checked Spiral Cave, and Hesjustaboy leading on bottom because he didn't have the big key to get the bow when he was in Ice Palace. So we'll see how this plays out going forward. Because TGH is on his way here.
Do you remember?
Well, he's.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sick.
I don't know. It's. Hopefully this time. And I think SirBeater skipped the vanilla big key chest in Turtle Rock, which we know has the Turtle Rock big key. So far, He's Just a Boy is the only one that's made that gutsy play in there. Normally, people skip that. Finally, ACM making the play to get those flippers.
Oh no, what is he gonna do to this poor chest? No, nothing. Okay. Calm and collected. Knows he's behind. He's just gonna keep moving on.
Oh, and there's the lamp for He's Just a Boy turning in that mushroom at the witch.
Wow, that was a series of events required to get that lamp.
Yeah, that's pretty troll.
Acmlm saying that the last time ACMLM did this, he won. So this is just ACMLM literally just needs to take 10-minute breaks in his runs. He just gets maybe that's it. He just has to walk off, just go take a breath.
Yeah, I just had to reboot.
ACMLM is actually I joked about him raging at the chest, but he's actually a pretty chill, relaxed guy.
Yeah, and it looks like TGH is likely going to go into Thieves Town and get those 2 big items he's looking for.
Yep. He'll have the keys, the big items. Honestly, will he be in...
Yeah, he's super set, because he can full clear Misery Mire. He can full clear Desert Palace. He can full clear Skull Woods.
Yeah. He can... He's going to need 4 keys for Turtle Rock. That might get TGH. The only one who did that is He's Just a Boy. Does
Yeah,
that...
He's going to delay going into Turtle Rock also, because he doesn't know that the big key is in that vanilla big key spot.
Yep. That's going to be the last place he checks.
SirBeater made the same play TGH did, so he's going to be in the same situation. So ACM thought he had the Swamp Palace small key. If he's not tilted after this, he's a
madman.
He's superhuman if he's not tilted.
Or just, remembers that we are in fact playing a video game for no stakes. This is just for pride and fun. We ain't no esports fiends. So he's walking there, doing the lawn walk. Gonna do Zora. Gonna be very sad that Zora has nothing.
No, yeah, he already did this. I think he full cleared the game except for Spyro Cave, and he.
Oh no!
Yeah, he couldn't get this Zora-Let's chest over here. So I think he actually has no locations to check right now until he unlocks Swamp Palace.
Yeah, and just gonna walk back. It's actually just a. It's just a little. Well, actually, no, it's not faster to do what he's doing right now. I don't think. Pretty sure it's faster to save and quit than walk all the way here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably pretty close.
Probably. Both TGH and ACM are 2-0, and the guys on the bottom are 1-1, which still is respectable in this tournament. That does mean they will be playing in a very large match at the beginning of March to get into the tournament. The final part of the tournament, I should say. Boy's going to get a very important item right here. Pretty sure, if I remember. Nope, oh, never mind. That was just 20. There was something in this area. I thought, or maybe I was looking at the wrong screen.
If he does the sequence break the TGH does, he gets a Turok small key at Magic Bat. If we're talking about Hesjustaboy. So we'll see what TGH does after he finishes blind. He's got a lot open to him now. Likely going to turn that flute in, and I'm guessing he's going to go down to the mire area and full clear mire and desert, because there's nothing stopping him from doing any of that. Oh, you're right, chat. That was the pod key. I've gone Keysane. SirBeater picking up his lamp at the witch.
Playing Keysanity is different than the rest of the randomizers, I think.
Yeah, in a bad way.
Yeah, it could be a little. I am looking forward to the maybe standard, but might not be.
Totally ignoring what I said, and he's going to go straight for Skullwoods.
That made sense. He does have a fire rod in tow. And it's a red crystal? Nope, Meyer is.
I wonder when this walking simulator will be over, or will it ever be over?
No, it's Keysanity. It's even less likely to find boots.
Boots invalidation, perhaps?
What is that? The walking in ALTTP does feel very, very, very slow, actually.
And I feel like the longer you go without boots, even when you do get them, sometimes you forget you have them.
Yep.
And you're still walking around like a pleb.
Heck, I remember watching a race where somebody actually admitted it was in the main tournament. They were like, "Yep, no, I." I went to pick up. Sorry?
Chatter asked if the boots can be boots locked if the seed is otherwise completable, and every item in the seed can be obtained, no matter what.
No, not true anymore. Keys can be in chests that are locked by their key.
Right, yeah. I guess the keys have a uniqueness that the items do not.
Yeah, it's called 1-for-1 logic, which is the new logic. Basically, like Swamp bid key, Skullwoods bid key, and some small keys can be inside of rooms that they are locked by and can become inaccessible. But as far as I know, items are excluded from that.
Death to Thievestown and beyond, just like SirBeater here. So this race on the bottom is fairly close, with the exception of this bow that Hesjustaboy was able to pick up. So this will be all brand new locations that TGH is finding for us. See if there's any progression.
Yeah. Okay, and well, like again, we're not far. TGH can actually complete Turtle Rock, but he does not know that. He's used one key, and he has. Oh no, wait, no, right? We don't delete keys from the tracker. We cannot. Again, we need 4.
Yeah,
keys.
Everyone's gonna need 4 because they have
Yep.
to use one of them to get the big key.
This is an extremely rare occurrence. The vanilla bid key.
Was that a TR small key on the ledge?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so he's all set.
Do we, yeah, we know everything. We know all and see all. No, we don't. I don't think we have enough pod keys. No, we don't.
Pod is not required, so we don't need them.
Oh.
Yeah, good news.
Good news. Pod champ. He has to go to Spike Cave, though. That's awkward. He has 2 really weird spots he has to check. Spike Cave. Yeah, we're in no mode, I think. We know where everything is. He doesn't.
Yeah, those big keys are kind of trolly right now for TG.
He's just a boy, and SirBeaterOfArse have been in a very close race actually this entire time. Honestly. Although, not if he leaves now. Oh, SirBeaterOfArse's run just got significantly more difficult.
What did he miss?
He didn't get the flute. Oh, no, wait, that's not there. That's in Thieves Town.
Yeah, he got his Thieves Town.
It is actually one of the funny things, is that boots have like 1 less spot that is common to have an item, and that's in GT. So boots even less often, because they can't have like a 1 in 22 chance of having the bid key. So, Meyer will be completable right after this. Is a place you want to avoid in this seed for dear life. Oh, I'm gonna restart.
That's worthless small key to skull loop.
Hey!
So I'm guessing TGH is going to do Meyer here. I don't think it was Ether, was it?
Oh no.
So TGH making the first venture into Meyer for us, and he can full clear it. Unfortunately, he's not going to find the big keys that he really wants to find while he's in here. You see him right. completed Hera, whereas TGH might not find that Hera big key for a while because it is in Spike Cave.
Mm-hmm.
TGH is fully cleared Ice Palace, so they're actually pretty close, even though ACM had that map staring contest.
And Golden Sword cleans that up real quick. See, those are some of the advantages to having Golden Sword early. Small Ganon's tower, completely useless. Are you there, Chloe?
I hope so.
Oh, thank goodness. It's scary to have to start act like this. Yeah, for those of you who are just joining us, maybe you skip around YouTube VODs for some reason as well. That Discord was having issues on the day of February 16th.
So he's just a boy making the thieves play he's got to make that's going to break this seat open for him. Guessing SirBeater was probably on his way to Thieves Town as well once he checks a couple locations here. And I'd be surprised if ACM doesn't heading to Ice Palace right now. I can't believe ACM is as close to TGH as he is right now after that. I can't believe he didn't go. He wasn't able to go into TR, so that actually might be an advantage for him because as long as he checks that vanilla big key chest, which he probably will. And go back for it.
Unless he has 4 keys going into Turtle Rock.
Wait, does ACM not have the big key for Ice Palace? Cancel what I said. He is in a little bit of trouble here because the bow is in that big chest, and he's going to need that to go up Ganon's tower. So the woes for ACM continue. Just can't catch a break.
And with that, though, our bottom runners are moving. Oh, it looks like SirBeaterOfArse might be checking Spike Cave here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go into Thieves Town.
That is a bit of a interesting decision. No, he's just going to Hera proper. Interesting. Maybe Hera to Turtle Rock.
Oh, he may have gotten a small key to Hera, and he might be doing that basement.
Ah, that makes sense.
He's just a boy grabbing his flute. TGH finding nothing, I don't believe, in Meyer, so he'll just continue on to the boss to finish the dungeon.
But yeah. That doesn't really matter again, though, because he just needs to go to Rock. He's going to, at this point, assume that his bid key is vanilla, I think. I think he has to have that assumption, right?
Hera because of that. TGH doing one of the more fun dark rooms in the game, the back of Misery Mire. But no problem for the pro. Red Mail Gold Sword, I'll probably just TGT style strats here. And he cleans this Vitreous up with relative ease.
Yeah, that's not the hardest of fights with the bow, or for that matter with Golden.
And Meyer was blank.
Yeah.
So he's probably wondering what he's got to do now. He does have all 4 TR keys, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just went up and full cleared TR and got the big key on the way. He might just assume that it's in its vanilla dungeon. And that actually might then, once he does not have Hera Big Key, he might just kind of route over to Spike Cave since he'll be in the area. So if he does route it that way, he should be in good shape. Witch's Mushroom, since he's got the flute, and that'll give him his lamp, which he doesn't need, but it's always nice to have. And ACM waves goodbye to the bow that he has to leave behind. Meanwhile, SirBeater picking up his flute and fire rod in Thieves Town. I'm guessing He's Just a Boy is going to kind of follow in TGH and ACM's footsteps here, getting that Mire area and desert completed after he does Skull Woods. Butter Sword makes Cold Stare look like a joke, so no problems there. And as I predicted, TGH is going to be picking up his lamp. Always a quick check once you've got flute for that mushroom. Question chat was, where is the IP Big Key? It was in Hookshot Cave. The problem is ACM didn't have access, and he was getting trolled by the flippers, which ultimately led to Titan's Mitts. So he hasn't really had a chance to explore all the Titan's Mitts locations, like East Dark Death Mountain. TGH and ACM are synced up on screen right now.
Mm-hmm. That's actually really cool to see in any race.
Not with the same items, but still fun to watch. And they hate us, so they diverged immediately. Hesjustaboy cleaning up his Mothula, getting Crystal, and this is where he'll probably do TGH making his Acmlm's tower check. He's got 2 chests available to him here.
TGH probably should be avoiding Death Mountain. He
is right up there on Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, and then that Hera Big Key. Those are 2 locations, man.
Yeah, I think the most logical play, if he thinks of it, is to just assume vanilla Big Key location, maybe locked behind Fire Rod, because he didn't have Fire Rod when he went to TR. To just kind of plow through TR now that he's got all the small keys. And then he won't find Hera Big Key, but it's probably the best chance for him to check Spike Cave.
Right.
That'll lead him right to his Go Mode item.
I don't see him avoiding it for that long. Like,
yeah, he's got to hit TR sooner rather than later. He's running out of locations to check.
Where is he going from here? Can't shut the pedestal. Upper cave is already checked. It's full heart.
Yep.
Mirror ledge. That's where he's going.
Yeah,
the graveyard mirror ledge.
Yeah, one of those locations people end up leaving behind.
ACM is going to do fake flip. Or sorry, fake powder. Sorry, so where is Ice Palace Big Key again?
Hookshot Cave.
RIP.
Yeah, ACM hasn't done any of East Dark Death Mountain.
Okay, and there is a small key to Tower of Hera, which will lead to nothing for TGH, but might send him back up the mountain. Oh, chat pointing out that the bow's not required for anything. Oh, where is TGH going? This is, Oh, he's delivering the bomb. No, he can't. He doesn't have arrow. Swap bid chest. Good call, Falcon.
So you see him finally making that Dark Death Mountain play.
TGH checking small Palace Bid Key.
Yeah, he's probably just cleaning up these loose ends before he commits to going back into TR. He might be thinking that he's behind if the TR Big Key is vanilla.
I mean, I don't think either of these runners actually feel ahead.
I feel like any trolley seed you're gonna feel behind, no matter how it's going.
The worst part is ACM is gonna go to GT, and yeah, that is a trolley. Oh, there's a lot in this seed going on. And unfortunately, if he doesn't go back, he won't go back to Ice Palace, even finding the bid keys. So
yeah, I
don't know.
Yeah, the chances of it being nothing are so high. It's a huge waste of time.
It's not longness. It can't be more than like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, TGH is upset.
Yeah, there's the Ice Palace Bid Key.
And I think he just...
There's much more that you can check.
He actually might check Spike Cave before TR. Yep, I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's actually probably more logical.
And then he'll full clear Hera. He might even do Fat Fairy after that, because that'll be available to him.
Actually, I mean, at this point, I think that his buffer from the flips is completely gone. I think at this point, if ACM had the bow, he would be he might be ahead. if he got the bow and he's in ice.
Yeah, the only thing holding him back other than that is he just got the big key to Misery Mire, and TGH is full cleared that.
That's true.
That's the only advantage. Other than
where are you going? Oh, poor. It's actually the fourth big key. Where's the fourth small key for Turtle Rock? Oh no! Did ACM skip race game? Didn't ACM skip race game?
No, he went back for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember because he tried to go right to the item and then he had to walk back, and because we had talked about him trying to skip the race. Yeah.
You cheat! No cheaters allowed. Go away, Todd Rogers. We don't want you here.
And here's the Spike Cave play. So this is working out well for TGH. Hesjustaboy and SirBeater are still doing their little Mire Desert combo play.
Oh. And there's his key. Oh man, what if yeah, as the blocker point out, like the ferry. What if TGH is just like, no, I'm not gonna go to the ferry. Screw Turtle Rock. I don't like that place.
Yeah, some people when they after this, and maybe even went back into Palace of Darkness because he's gotten, I think, a few extra keys since he was last in there. Maybe just one. Actually, there's a pod key. Oh, he just picked one up. Never mind. I was gonna say there was another pod key in Tower of Hera. Just after having fully cleared the dungeon already to get the bow, and I just don't see him making that play, unfortunately.
No. And since it's not required to get access to any item, as far as we know, it's just very bad for him.
Yeah, the fact that Eastern Palace and Pod are both pendants means he...
TGH muscle memory kicked in there. Tried to do the dash through the bumper.
Yeah, 2 hours without the without the boots. Brutal. So we'll see what TGH decides to do here. We know the right play is just go back into Turtle Rock, but there's a few other options that might bait him away. And that's what's going to happen. Oh, he changed his mind?
Oh?
Yep, he changed his mind. He was going to flute away, but he's going back. It looks like he's going back into Turtle Rock. I don't think he has anything else to do over here.
Nope, he does not. So he's like, I
I
wonder.
think not getting that fire rod, not knowing that he's got those chests is probably saving him here. Because had he checked those chests, he'd be less likely to come in.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't leave after checking these chests. You see him gonna do an easy Vitreous here. And so is He's Just a Boy. A little bit of sync on the boss.
I think TGH can still sub-2 this seed.
I believe you're correct.
That's insane. There's the boots!
The boots! Finally! 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 33 seconds.
What are those? Dang, even the bot knows to wow at that. Even the spam bot. Everybody do a pod champ for the spam bot knowing when to react.
And he is continuing in, so TGH is going to get go mode and clean this up. He's got all the keys, so the chances of him skipping Vanilla Big Key Chest are almost 0. I like the pause. Every time they get something like a vanilla key, they're expecting text.
Well, they're trying to mash the text away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... That's because...
Yeah, ACM's going to probably just be able to fully clear this here. He might have to take a detour by skipping that vanilla big key chest and going back at Mimic Cave, but... And then he's probably going to go into Ganon's Tower right after TGH, but without the bow.
Right. So, like, they're going to be back-to-back going into it.
Yeah.
And that's...
With one critical difference.
Right. What? See, Andy, don't tell me that there's a vanilla key in your race too. That would be crazy.
Was it vanilla or just in the dungeon? That would be... The odds of that are astronomically low if it were
actually
vanilla.
It's actually astronomically low. That's like a 1 in 200 for the race. There's gotta be like, no, it's probably close to like 1 in 180 or something. Wow, there was. That's... Wow. Oh, it wasn't TR. That's less astronomical, but still pretty high.
Sorry, not ice. Desert Palace and Misery Mire tour. And he's just got to go back into Turtle Rock. And he's also got to find that Hera Big Key. And he's actually right behind TGH. TGH might be getting the 0 cycle here. Almost. So TGH is going to be off to Ganon's Tower here with everything he needs to complete it. No Ganon's Tower Big Key trolls today. Meanwhile, ACM is going to end up going into Ganon's tower, hoping the bow is in there. And he'll be...
So SirBeaterOfArse is actually in the same position as ACMLM.
Yep.
And he's just boy is in the same position as TGH. Except he actually only took one dip into Total Rock.
Yeah, that was a nice play by him, getting that small key Mimic Cave and going back for that vanilla big key location.
But yeah, I don't know if ACMLM will even find the bow. He might, well, he won't forfeit, I don't think, but...
He's going to check a lot of chests before he finds...
Now, logically, it might actually require GT anyway, depending on small keys. As of right now, we have 2. I don't know how many small keys logically the big key requires. It might only be the 1. It might actually be 0. Because Ice Palace Logic has built-in requirements for Death Warpin. Or beat in, I think it's actually not Death Warpin, but beat in the boss. The game is weird to make.
Yeah, they have both Ice Palace. Everyone's got both Ice Palace small keys that are in the overworld.
Now, one thing we will see is TGH will almost certainly check all the chests on the top, just because Silvers does speed up the fight by a considerable amount, and there is no way that he thinks he is he's significantly ahead like he is. Very good chance.
Yeah, he knows he's up against ACM, so
he might think that he's behind.
Yeah.
Or at least he's got to think that ACM is just behind him.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing that ACM had the hurdles that he had.
I actually missed what ACM did. Oh, he went back to it via the mirror? And he gets the big key, so he is in quote-unquote go mode. Oh, I see. Okay. That's funny.
TGH is shredding Gan's tower. As expected.
This execution is where TGH shines, being a current NMG runner, and not just current, but extremely good. One of the best.
SirBeater has had an interesting screen there. It went away, but a little bit of a glitch.
People would know, so that's all. It's just good that this isn't Isaac.
TGH is not going to check those Helmasaur room chests for silvers.
He's just a boy is doing a very he didn't actually kill the firehead. He thought he did, but then kind of just didn't notice it was still moving. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Sometimes you hit it right when it becomes invulnerable again, and you just kind of move on, assuming that you did the damage. And TGH swagging across Moldorm 2 there with the hover spirits.
Which is slightly faster than actually killing him.
See if Aga 2 is nice. So far, that looked like a triple.
Is bow not required? Bow is required for every single seed. It is required to enter Ganon's tower. Or to enter the top part of Ganon's tower.
Yeah, those red mimics can only be killed with the bow. And after some slight trolling from Aga 2, TGH takes him down, and we'll move on to Ganon.
Mm-hmm. Bo is in the Ice Palace bid chest, locked behind Cookshot Cave, locked behind the Flippers.
Actually, once ACM sees TGH finish, which is probably going to be shortly after ACM enters. Although actually he might not think that because of all the time he took before the Flippers, so I guess we'll just have to see what he does. And Buttersword Ganon will melt. I didn't mention it, but Hesjustaboy, I think, has not checked that Spike Cave location for his Hera Big Key, so hopefully he checks that right when he gets locked out of Hera here. SirBeater, meanwhile, TGH finishing up phase 3 of this Ganon fight with ease. And without the silvers, we'll have to do the alternate strat. It'll be 12 spins to finish off Ganon.
Test it. Oh.
And Hesjustaboy is making the Spike Cave play to pick up his Hera Big Key, so...
Yeah, honestly, this would have been, wow, a sub 2 with this seed, and ACM was right behind him, technically.
Yeah, ACM's going to be full clearing the basement of GT, only to find Nobo. And GG to TGH, who finishes with an official time of 1:57.53. Very nice. So the current status of this bottom race is SirBeater will be able to finish TR. He does not have the bow, so he'll likely be doing what ACM is doing, doing the basement of GT, only to not find the bow, which was in the Ice Palace big chest. And Hesjustaboy really just has to do Hera. He's going to take the Dark World up, leave a portal outside of Hera, so that when he completes Hera, he can just take that portal and enter Ganon's Tower immediately.
That is faster. You may as well do it.
Yeah, it's nice when you have the opportunity to take advantage of that.
Now, interesting thing to keep in mind is that it's actually faster by a little bit to go through the light world. Unless the Dead Rocks troll you, then it's slower. Hello, TGH, congratulations.
Yo, thanks. What's up?
GG.
So that Vanilla Key and that Hera Key.
Vanilla Big Key was amazing in TR. I figured the bow and the big chest and the ice might troll some people, and when I checked in after the race, it turns out it did. So, yeah, I felt like I almost felt like Dark Death Mountain before Ice Palace was kind of a dumb play, but it actually worked out because I think the big key for Ice was up there, wasn't it?
That's correct. It was in Hookshot.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm curious, did you decide to go into TR at the end there because you had missed those fire rod chests? Or would you have gone in and...
I honestly, I had a couple of chests left back on the ground, like to check, but I thought I was really far behind, so I went straight into TR.
Yeah, I saw you get your flute out. I thought you were going to go do
Yeah, because I just decided at the last second to just go into TR. Like, I had one chest in pod I could have checked. I think I had one chest somewhere else, but I decided to not go back on that decision.
Yeah, ACM skipped Spiral Cave and forgot about it. So that was his main problem. Only compounded by the fact that he did Ice Palace without the big key like you guessed would troll.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like that sequence break to Death Mountain was pretty important considering
it was very useful.
Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the logic was requiring you to go kind of a roundabout way to get up there.
I had a really good feeling that the flute was locked behind pod, and as it turned out, it was. Or he was either in pod or locked behind it. To follow the sequence breaks. Sequence breaks led to flippers, mirror, titans, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it seemed like once you got that Thieves Town big key in pod is kind of when everything opened up for you.
I was like, yep, that's where it wanted me to go in the first place. And as it turns out, the flute was right there as well. That led to powder. No, I'm sorry. That led to no, mushroom was in ice, and that led to lamp. So yeah. So the seed required you to get that Thieves Town big key in pod, which is kind of trolly, a little bit trolly, I guess.
You know,
but I figured it would do that.
Yeah, we actually haven't. I don't think we've actually said yet. ACM doesn't have the bow and is in GT.
Yeah. It's gonna be real disappointed really soon. I'm guessing he knows, kind of, since TGH already finished.
Well, not really, because he could have just he sat there for
that's true.
5 minutes.
Yeah, he was staring at his map for a while, thinking about where those flippers could have been.
He very easily could think that it's right in front of him right now, right on this right past Armos. Bow locked, bow behind Armos. It's a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
So this is just a very rough seed. Really weird logic. The actual logic of the seed is probably even weirder when you take keys into account, as it usually is.
Yeah, I think the two main things was it was skimpy on keys to pod, but you had to go into pod, so you kind of had to make that decision to go into pod with only 2 keys.
Yeah, if I'd gotten 1 or 2 more keys, I think it would have been obvious, really obvious to just go in the pod. But I think I only had 2 at the time.
Yep.
Upon entering Dark World, and I think there weren't any keys immediately in the Dark World for pod. So
yeah, the most anyone found outside of GT was 4, and I think ACM found a 5th in Ganon's tower.
It was funny sequence breaking for the pod big key at Magic Pat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, and he found the book, so now he's got 3 more locations on the overworld. Or 2, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't help. They put the bow in a trolley location and made it not required to go into GT. It's always kind of scary when you see pod and Eastern as pendants, because that can put the bow literally anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SirBeater doing the same drill ACM is, and he's going to be disappointed to not find the bow in here. And he's just a boy making his way towards Moldorm 2 with everything he needs.
Yeah, he's just a boy, and you were having pretty much the same race on your end. Pretty much the same decisions. Although, you were the only one who went to TR that early, so which
I
was
figured.
fruitless. Yeah, that was completely fruitless as it turned out.
Yeah, TR that early, I walked in and pretty much immediately regretted walking in. But as it turned out, like, I mean, I was just kind of like pairing TR with the rest of Death Mountain. I figure I might as well dip into TR if I'm up here. As it turned out, that play overall, like on a grand scale, was actually beneficial. Because it led to the bow. Like, it led to me getting the bow as opposed to skipping out on it.
Right. Yeah, he's just a boy. Actually,
he's just what is actually entering his game fight. Hopefully, he knows Silverless. I think if he's 1-1, he's probably knows Silverless.
Yeah.
It's not too hard. It's long.
Yeah, it's funny. Even though he's just a boy, did make that play to get the vanilla TR big key. He couldn't finish it because he didn't have all the small keys, which ended up being required for the seed.
Right. ACM's back in pod.
Yeah, this is like I said.
That big chest.
That Ice Palace big chest might be the last location he goes to.
I mean, the fact that he went to pod big chest is better.
He's gonna finish up Eastern.
Wait, what does he have left in Eastern? Oh, Eastern Picky, no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's checking all. Oh, he is actually checking all the bid chests. That's good. So, how does it feel knowing that at this point you're 3-0, which means you really only have to win one match. Well, 2 would be nice, but one match at least gets you another chance to keep going.
It feels good. It's you know, I've said it before. I'm still pretty new to Keysanity, and you know, I never would have guessed that I'd make it this far already. Like, being 3-0.
Yeah, Keysanity is
like,
very,
it's
very different.
It's just a surprise. Like, if you were to tell me that I'd be 3-0 after 3 matches in the Keysanity tournament, especially after being matched up with ACM in the 3rd round, I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy.
Andy won his match while you were away. That's another 3-0 team. So 3-0 stacking up in this tournament, like.
Yeah, if you get lucky, you might get to face Andy next round.
You.
Bracket play. SirBeater checking that GT big chests you don't very often get to see for an aero capacity upgrade.
Oh, I thought that was Silver's for a second. That would have been epic.
Yeah, I think silvers were in Rando room. It was in one of those 4 chest rooms.
He's just what did miss the torch ledge, so annoying to do this fight without it. I actually don't know what the timing is on how much slower it is, but without half magic, it's,
I don't know if
it's very difficult.
I don't know if he's got a magic in a bottle or something.
He hopefully. Although he might. Oh no, not if he misses. He has kind of hit
fine.
these.
If need be, he can use the lamp.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, not if he keeps using his fire rod.
I think he's close.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty good silverless.
Yeah, it looks like both of these really came down to that bow. Wow.
Yeah. And he's just a boy. Completing the run with an official time of 2:10:03.
And GG to him.
Mm-hmm. Now we have 2 runners, just kind of. At this point, they are essentially wandering.
Yeah, just who decides to check that awful location first.
Yeah.
Is that the worst big chest of all to have to go back to, or is Swamp worse? I actually don't know which takes longer to get to.
Swamp actually doesn't take that long. Like, the dungeon takes a little bit.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win. He's just a boy.
Discord problems we've been having. Oh, you're a little bit quiet.
Also, Discord is having some issues, so... he's going. He's on his path. I don't think ACM does interviews. So, you won't be hearing one. Yeah, he's just, well, you might have to reconnect. You might have to control our Discord to get it to work. Hello, TGH's fan.
What does Control R do?
It refreshes.
Hello.
Oh, did you say hi to my fan?
Yeah, we could hear it really loud for a second.
Oh yeah, I just turned my mic on. Yeah, I have some background noise, I guess.
He's just, well, you need to turn up your audio.
SirBeater is doing what ACM just did, and he's checking all the wrong locations for the bow.
So how does it feel to be 2-1, knowing that you can...
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
All right.
So,
that
what'd
was
you think
big
about
seed.
that seed? It was interesting that you decided to go back for that vanilla big key location in Turtle Rock. Were you expecting it to be something? Did we lose you again? Am I lost?
No, I can hear you. RIP Discord.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's being dead on every channel.
He was just a boy.
Yeah. Oh!
I see.
Lycium's got his bow. He's making his way up to Ganon's tower to finish this game.
Yeah, so we are going to have ECM round this up just a bit faster than SirBeaterOfArse, who is going to pod first. I don't know how long it will take him to go to ice.
At least it can't be pedestal. To Chat's dismay.
No hotkeys were on. I have no idea what happened there. I apologize for any difficulties that might have caused.
No, you didn't. You weren't making noise during that, so it was fine.
Yeah. We just cannot hear He's Just a Boy. That is all.
Yeah, apparently we were going silent occasionally during the commentary.
Yeah. Right when... What was the moment that was so hype it killed voice chat? Was it... Oh, it was when you found flippers. No, it was when you found small key. That's it. And we knew... I was caught because I had seen ACM pick up the swamp bid key earlier, or one of the runners had the swamp bid key, and I was like, what would happen? I asked, I'm like, oh, okay, because I couldn't see the key, but I just saw Swamp Palace, and then you picked up Swamp Small Key directly after, and I was like, oh dear. This is a thing.
I did end up going back for that one. I went back for the swamp big chest.
Yeah.
In other news, was that the worst Kakariko you've ever seen?
Oh, right!
Pretty much. It was made worse by the fact I didn't have any bombs either.
Yeah, you had a rough Kak.
Yeah, that was a bad Kakariko. No Y items either.
Nope.
No.
It had nothing. It had money. It had
It barely
like
had
3
money.
bombs. It had 300, I think.
Yeah, it had one 300 chest, and that was it. I think one 5 rupee chest or something.
That was actually the worst Kakariko, I think. Like,
I think you guys might have had 7 hearts coming out of there, maybe.
Yeah,
that was about the
had
only good thing.
I remember coming out of like what was it? I remember going to get that key at the maze game and like going through the house, looking up at the corner of my screen, like, damn, I have 7 hearts. Like,
I guess there's that. You counted Blind's Hut had 4.5 hearts.
I like how I go in and it's like 3 heart containers right off the bat, and I'm like, oh god, this 4th one is a heart. There's a piece of heart. I'm like, oh, okay. So this isn't the Plando, maybe. And then I go back with bombs, and the last chest is a freaking heart.
Yeah.
I was laughing pretty hard at that.
That was we were concerned with that at start. I was worried that was just I was like, oh no.
This was a failed Plando. They forgot to put the items in.
What has Willard brought?
Damn you, Willard.
Which key, John? Which key do we have 4 of in this Plando?
They put the swamp small key in swamp.
Oh no. I wouldn't be opposed to that logic, by the way, honestly. Logic that can lock items, but... Oh, Willard's here! You brought this upon yourself by screwing that Plando up.
Hi, Willard. How are you?
So SirBeater finally gonna get his bow.
Yeah, Sir Willard's yeah, like oh, and he's just gonna eat there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate rage, by the way. Just completely 100% allowed.
Yeah, just look at that tracker.
Oh, that's a full tracker.
Yeah, he's got everything.
Where was the last shield?
GT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rando room, I think. Ooh, that was a good triple from ACM.
Oh, I liked how the dark room, the basement, not the rupee room, the dark rupee room, right away.
Oh, we didn't hear that. What was in the... What were you talking about?
Oh, a sword upgrade and a shield upgrade were both in the dark rupee room in pod.
So you
But you
couldn't
can't
see it until
see
you
it,
got
yeah.
out.
So, for those of you who are wondering, why can't some items be seen in the dark? Well, the game has palettes, and dark room, or like that goldish yellowish color that they have. So it just can't display mirror shield, golden sword. Can't display the gloves, the powder, and the bow. I think are like old importance.
I've gotten messed up by that before.
Yeah.
I remember having the Titans mitts for a long time and not having realized it for like 30 minutes.
It's okay. There was still the greatest forgotten dark room item moment is when both runners got Titans in the dark room, and both runners did not realize they had it for 30 minutes. One runner discovered it by picking up a dark rock, and then pausing for a second, throwing the dark rock, pausing their menu, and being like, "Oh, so."
I believe it.
He thought he was cheating for a second, probably.
That was a good race. The open secondary tournament, if I remember.
Did he just like pick it up by accident, or
he was going to catfish, so his muscle memory kicked in, and he went whoop, and then because like I've done that without it. I've walked up to that and be like, oh.
You see him finishing with a time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 42 seconds. Yeah, he was really done in by the spiral cave.
Yep. Oh yeah, he forgot an item in this.
Yeah, and then that bow location in Ice Palace Big Gym. Which actually was probably partly due to the fact that when he got Titan's mitts, he had checked everything else. So there was so much of the world opened up to him after he got those mitts. That going to East Dark World just kind of wasn't at the top of his list.
Yeah, ACM will probably join us in chat if I remember correctly. He either doesn't have a mic or doesn't like to interview. One of the two. Yeah, we will be watching SirBeaterOfArse do the final climb.
It'll be interesting to see what ACM's collection rate is.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really high.
Probably like a 190. Maybe over 200, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably 190.
Yeah, they walk by so many locations because it's got nothing there that lowers that count.
Sub 2 hours is not really a jet seed, but is a fast seed. I'd say the jet seeds are in the 130 range. You don't really see a 130-ish. 2 hours plus minus 10 minutes is like a fast seed. Fast to average.
I heard somebody say that on average a Keysanity run is about 13 minutes slower than an open.
Oh,
just
really?
On average in general, yeah.
Interesting.
13 minutes. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but
maybe average SRL times. That seems odd. I really feel like
I'd expect more like 20.
Yeah, it really feels. But maybe I'm thinking of it streams too much.
I think a lot of people are just not used to Keysanity, so that might be a thing as well.
We're just pretty bad. That's about it.
I don't think it was based on results per se, but it was based on some other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just there's so many more items that control you and cause double dips, and that's why I don't play it. It's just awful. I get frustrated too easily with trolls like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hover Moldorm 2 because you thought you were behind TGH? Or you just
I hovered
out?
Moldorm 2 because I'm pretty confident in hovering Moldorm 2.
Okay.
It's also technically faster, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 seconds faster.
So SirBeaterOfArse is trying to hover.
0 for 1.
He's got this.
And he jumps off anyway.
Hey, he gave up.
There's one of those
Probably
pod
for-
small keys.
Yeah. And with SirBeaterOfArse going to Ida 2, our runners are almost done. Silver's beating GT is a nice bonus for these guys.
Yeah, it's a consolation prize, but I'm sure it's not much of a consolation prize for him.
Yeah. Would be nice if... You know what would have been nice? If Silvers and Bow were progression, or were progressive like people want. That would have been really cool in this seed, wouldn't it? Right? Come on.
I don't know. What does that mean though for silvers?
It would mean that Bow and Silvers, instead of being Bow and Silvers, would be progressive Bow, progressive Bow. So in this seed, Bow would have been in Ice Palace, Bid Chest, and in GT.
I see.
Yep. And then the other one would be Silvers.
That's an interesting idea. I'd have to think about that. So you'd always get Bow first.
Correct. You would never find Silvers first. It would always be Bow. Which would mean that you'd have Bow more often, which Bow is...
Yeah, it would probably lead. It would probably lead to you having to do Silverless Ganon more.
I don't see how that's possible. It wouldn't change where Silvers are. Like, Silvers can still appear in just as many spots.
Right, but the chance that it's out of the way and is more likely. Whereas if it puts Silver in, let's say Kakariko, and Bow is still required, it has to give you Bow. You know what I mean? But this way, it could just put one of them in a convenient location and put one in a totally awful location. I don't know. I guess I'd have to think about it.
I like Willard's idea in chat.
Yeah. Super Boots.
Super Boots.
Or is that just a turbo key?
I'd have like 200 bunks if I...
I think we all would, honestly.
Oh, he fell. Just trying to get fancy with the Ganon fight.
I mean, where would it even be useful other than just some certain overworld location?
Look, going super fast is cool.
I mean, yeah, it's fun for a little while.
If you could learn to control it, it would be ridiculous.
I mean, like, using boots on, like, 5 tiles for some people. I mean that using boots within, like, 2 tiles is technically worth it. But you'd have to, like, stop it instantly.
Alright, so SirBeater taking a second shot at Ganon here. Gotta be just a little careful. Down to 3.5 hearts. Oh, this is interesting. Should get a double here. Just get a triple. That was nice. Yep, easy. So SirBeater's just gonna walk through here. Hopefully he'll walk through. There we go. And he's got a SRL time of 2:31:15. So GG to SirBeater.
Once again, just want to thank the trackers, Nimban and Hassel. Both are peacing out because it is pretty late for some people. For me, it's 10:40. For others, it's almost midnight for Eastern time.
Looks like we'll get a few words from the beater himself.
Then there will actually be a race starting on this channel in 20 minutes. Quad now. It upgraded to a quad because we did not have enough midnight people with no lives who can commentate on a Friday.
SirBeater, GG.
Hey, GG to everybody.
That bow, huh?
Yeah, that bow. I knew as soon as I saw the Ice Palace big key after I was already done with Ice Palace. I knew that was going to be a problem.
Yeah, you guys were actually fairly synced up other than you not grabbing that big key, so...
Where was that big key even?
Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, and I was going to go up there first too. I was thinking about it before. Yep. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, I was saying on stream, Ice Palace looks like a good play, but had I been playing, I would have fallen into the same trap of not getting that bow. Getting those items up on East Death Mountain ended up being the better play.
Yeah, I was 50-50 between going up there, doing that, and then doing an early Turtle Rock and just see what I could see. But then I decided, nah, Ice Palace is right here, and I can get everything but that big chest. And there's never anything in that big chest.
Other than that unfortunate situation, how did you feel about the seed?
At first, it was so item poor that I was like, all right, this is going to be a backloaded seed, and it's actually going to be really quick, because that's usually how it works if you don't get anything up front. But then that kind of came true, and then it just ran dry.
You mean all those hearts wasn't enough for Kakariko for you?
Yeah, the thief, the love thief. I mean, what do you want to call him?
Yeah, it was literally the only reward for Kakariko. It was the driest I've ever seen.
It's very interesting seeing all that. My favorite part was the vanilla TR key. I don't know what you, Arse.
Well, that thing was that chest was a problem for me in my last race, so I was expecting something to be there. And after I got the 4th TR key, I was like, okay, good. It's probably the bow or something in there. It's gonna be alright. Vanilla big key worked.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, I think we actually both played that seed where the desert big key was in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You were in that last foursome.
Yep. And they tell you not to open that chest.
They do.
Keysanity.
That's what I've
It's
heard.
incredible.
Yeah, they haven't had one of these seeds for sure.
Well, And then so that that's I think we kind of covered everything with this seed. Really weird blank start into like a brand like pretty open seed, honestly.
With some trolls at the end.
Yeah, it's multiple trolls, honestly. But I think we should wrap this up. There's more ALTTPR tonight, and then there will be more tomorrow, starting as early as 10 a.m. Going all day. So look forward to that. I think then there's some on Sunday. I think Ben is on Sunday.
So, any final words from the racers?
Thank you guys for commentating, and thanks to everybody behind the scenes who set it up. Thanks to Feasel, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Thank you guys. Thanks for having this tournament. Thanks to the commentators, restreamers, trackers, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Next race, I'm going straight to the Vanilla TR Big Key Chest as soon as possible.
Don't forget about the other tournaments as well in Speed Gaming. You can get those under the stream. All those banners. Super Mario Sunshine just started as a new tournament to add on to all the other tournaments. So enjoy. Peace out.
Everyone, thanks for watching. Good night.